Name is Bernie McCabe. I've been a parishioner here since a lifelong parishioner. Graduated in 1981 out of Saint Margaret's. Pockets, kind of variations of places I lived: California, New Jersey. But about 18 years ago, I made it back to the kingdom, which we prefer as Narberth. And it's been and really to get back into the Saint Margaret's Parish. But I'll be honest, it's always been a mainstay. St. Margaret's, my mom was a lifelong member of the parish. She was the May Princess or May Queen. My father was a parishioner here for over 60 years, so it's always been a cornerstone for me having St. Margaret's and to be able to have my family move back here and have that be part of our lives. We have two sons. I've been married 25 years. My sons Connor and Owen both went through St. Margaret's. Both had an unbelievable experience, but it's been a blessing that I was able to kind of get the gift that my parents gave to me to come back here and be part of the St. Margaret's community again. That was, I always think of it as surreal because basically when you look at it, you're like, okay, I really wanted to mirror the experience that I had, which is hard to do. Obviously, growing up in the 70s and 80s through St. Margaret's is a lot different than growing up now, but there was a real reason. There was a conversation that me and my wife had when we were living up in Schwenksville at the time to try and get back to Narberth, try and get back to St. Margaret's because I really wanted to kind of mirror the experience that I had. It was just not that I could have found that in another Catholic community, but there's something about St. Margaret's and Narberth that really just called me to come back here, and I'm so glad it did. And I was no saint, and at St. Margaret's, the nuns, the priests, and the teachers were hard on me, rightfully so, and but it really sculpted me to be to really understand community. And I say this, it really made me understand, and my sons left there with the same thing. Get your own unique experience with God, your own relationship with God is something that I built my religious beliefs and everything on. Were here at St. Margaret's, and my sons as well. But it was never dictated. It was always something that, hey, I always tried to stress to them, like, hey, me telling you to go to mass every Sunday doesn't make sense. If you're not getting anything out of it, then it's not worth going. But thankfully they found their way to that relationship with God, but it had to be their choice. But I always stress, just make sure he's part of your life. And I think St. Margaret's instills that in you without forcing it in you. So yeah. And I'll go into it here. So it's still rolling. So that's good. Yeah. So it impacted my life and thankfully I was with Julie at the time. 15 years ago, I just found my way and people have done it before, and I unfortunately blamed God in regards to, okay, how does my best friend die, and I walked away from the church. Thankfully, I had the support system, my parents being the main ones, to say, you'll find your way back. And thankfully I did. And it's really molded me into a better Christian, better one that I can kind of tell my sons, like, hey, just always keep him in your life. Make sure that you're leaning on him, leaning on people. And it's really been unbelievable for me to be back into it, St. Margaret's, and the Catholic community that welcomed me back with open arms. I wasn't gone for long, but I was gone. It was purposeful. And I'm glad I found my way back. Yeah. And we always say, like, myself included, we joke about the Catholic guilt. And I really want to peel that back a little bit. Catholic guilt to me tells me that's what I like. It instills in you that that there is a way to be amends for something, but it also tells you when you do something wrong, it weighs on you. If it doesn't weigh on Catholic guilt weighs on you, it's a joke. It's one we use all the time. Sure. But I think it emulates what we're trying to teach our kids is like how to treat others. If you feel bad about it, you can apologize. There's a forgiveness road back to that, and I just think I'm glad I have Catholic guilt.
100%, brother.
What I would say, if you're looking for, a school for your child or your children, yeah, obviously, academics is always prevalent in regards to it. But if you're looking for something that fulfills the whole student, the whole child, look at the Catholic education. Look at St. Margaret's. Again, they're going to leave here with not just the academic strength, but with a strength with God and community. And it's huge to know, the simple things of how to treat others is instilled right from the onset here, and it's to have your child leave here with that mindset just gets them, on the right path going forward to higher education.